Are you ready for a 100% automated make scenario that creates faceless videos on autopilot? In this video, I'm going to show you that scenario and how we're going to watch an RSS feed. In this case, we're going to watch the AppSumo Deals RSS feed, and we're going to generate a short for YouTube, but you can also use this on TikTok or Instagram or other platforms as well. This is an example of what we're building. We actually have a dynamic background. We're pulling free videos from Pexels.com using their API. We're putting the title of the product, TapFlow, here, and we're putting the captions of the script right here. And I've put the, as a default, I put the AppSumo logo at the top. This is just an example. You could do this with any RSS feed for news, for all kinds of things you could add to this. And using an RSS feed is what makes this brilliantly automated, as well as Placid, and not having to interact with these videos. And what I've done at the end of my scenarios, I upload it to YouTube using Zapier and set it to unlisted. That way I can go check it, look at it, and publish it myself. All right, so let's start with Placid. Here's the pricing for Placid. I'm on the $39 a month plan with 2,500 credits. That equals 2,500 seconds of video production. So a 59-second short, we're going to use 60 of those credits or less for a short, because the short has to be less than 60 seconds. Okay, so I'm in my template. I'm in my project in Placid, and I've gone to templates, and right here is my template that we're going to use to merge in this data. So I'll show you what this looks like. I have an AppSumo logo that just appears at the top. This is not something we're going to merge in. It's just static right there. In the background is going to be our video that will be dynamic that we're going to pull from Pexels. So we're going to do an API search for a vertical image based on keywords, based on a prompt that we're going to develop with ChatGPT. Here's the title here, and this is the software name from AppSumo. And then right here are our subtitles. And I like this font, and it's a nice big bold font, and the yellow shows on really any backgrounds. I've also gone down here, and you can see there is a border, and then I've added a shadow to it as well. So it really pops and stands out on the video, as you can see here on this one. So that's our template. So let's go jump into Make, and let's look here. This is scenario 1 that we're going to use. And let me show you this. This is scenario 2. So what happens is scenario 1 generates the job in Placid, but Placid is going to take several minutes to generate your video. And the longer it is, the more it'll take. So this is going to generate that video. This one is going to watch for a finished video, and then we're going to send that data to Zapier. Make, at this point in time, does not allow you to upload YouTube videos. And so we have to send this to Zapier because Zapier does allow us to do that. Here's that zap. It's just a 2-step zap. It is a catch hook from the webhook from the previous scenario and an upload to YouTube. And we're going to dive into all of these scenarios and how to set this up. First, my name is Andy O'Neill, and I help entrepreneurs like you add automation to their business. Okay, so let's walk through Make scenario number 1 and show you what's happening. Unfortunately, the AppSumo website does not have an RSS feed, and I'm sure that is by design because they don't want people scraping like this. But what we're going to use instead is rss.app. And the way you do that is you go and create a new feed. You drop the site URL you want in there and hit generate, and it will generate for you a feed from that site if the data is structured. So I have automated the AppSumo software page. Here's the page that has all the deals and things that are going on. So this is the page we're scraping, and I've put it into an RSS feed. So you can see here, TapFlow, video to blog. This is the list of things that are being published. So that's where this RSS feed comes from. You can typically find RSS feeds if you're going to use a blog to fire this off and create videos. A lot of blog sites will already have an RSS feed, so you may not necessarily have to use rss.app, but if they don't have one, you can certainly try it. And they do have a free account as well. I'm going to bring back one at a time. Next, I've got a ChatGPT. I'm using GPT-4o Mini for this task. And the reason is I'm giving you a subtitle. This is cleaning up the subtitle from AppSumo. Look at the result from the last time I ran it. Here's an example. TapFlow AI talent sourcing for assistant. So what I want to do is I just want to extract TapFlow. So I've told ChatGPT to just pull out the main product name and get rid of any supporting text and output that. So that's going to clean up that title. I always set my max tokens to 0. This is not going to use that many. This is a very simple task. Next, I'm going to get the page. So I'm going to get the URL of the page from right here in my RSS feed. And what that's going to do is going to retrieve the entire page and all the text on it, because we want to generate our script from the text on the page. So next, we're going to go here and we're going to generate a script. And I've just got a simple prompt here that works pretty well. And this is what this function is doing, and you can replicate this here on most sites. It is looking for the text inside of the article tags. So if you don't know much about HTML, there's article tags that contain the text, and then around that is like navigation at the top and all the footer stuff. We just want the data between those article tags. This is 3 functions we've nested to get that. It's actually 4. And then once we get just that, I'm going to strip the HTML. That's that outside function. So we only bring back text. This is simply just going to use less tokens and give us a better representation of what is on the site. And then I'm going to say the script must not be longer than 50 seconds. It goes a little over that, but so far it hasn't gone past a minute. Right here, I'm using 11 Labs. You can also use ChatGPT. Has a voice generation module. If you already have ChatGPT and you want to keep it, you can use that. But I like the 11 Labs better. So I've got it. You can pick the voice here, and I could actually go down here and pick my voice right there, Andy's clone voice. Here's the model, and here's the result. Here's our result from the previous one. So this is our script. This is what I'm going to say in an AI voice in the video. Once that's generated, what we're going to do is we're going to have to upload that audio to Drive and then get a public link to listen to that. So we're just going to simply do the upload a file module. You're going to find the folder. This is the folder I'm putting it in, the raw audio. So I'm mapping it. The data is coming from right here. So here's the data we're getting, and then I'm going to rename the file. And I'm going to give it the execution ID of this make run. So I can go back to my logs if something happens I didn't like it, and I can easily identify it and connect it to that scenario run. You can put whatever you want here. I wouldn't put text from like unpredictable text that might have characters that won't save as a file. All right, next, what I'm doing is I'm grabbing that file in the previous step. I put the file ID right here, and I'm just retrieving it. What that gives me is a web content link. This is the link that's going to allow Placid to grab it from Drive and use it. Next, we're going to generate a stock video query, and this is for Pexels.com AI. And so let's just look at this here. What I did to make this better was I said, in your prompt, define the people, the setting, and the actions of what they should be doing. So the prompt is going to say, the people, this should be, young business people in an office co-building or co-working session, and, they're working or brainstorming or something like that. And that gave me better results. You could probably tweak this prompt even further and get better, tighter results on this. So I went over to pexels.com/API, and I was able to get an API key basically immediately. Like, you click the get started, and here's what you want to do. So I'm here to download free videos, photos and videos. You click that, and you go through the process. You'll have to log into an account. But the really cool thing here is they've got some great documentation. So if we go down here to videos, I want to search for videos. And so here's my query. Here's what my ChatGPT prompt is going to create and what we're looking for in the video. And then I want portrait, so because we want a vertical video here. And then you can do a sizes, a locale, page. So I'm just returning one page, but I'm going to return 80 results because I want the longest video out of there, because I don't want the video to repeat a lot. I don't want an 8-second video repeating in my Pexels video 5 or 6 times during the video. I'm going to go back here, and I do need to make a change here. I want my per page to be 80. Actually, I'm just going to make it 50. I don't want to get too many. So here is the call we're going to make. This is the URL. Query equals the results, and I've put encode URL around this. because if there's any special characters that'll break a URL, this will fix that. We're also going to use this later when we send data to Zapier. Per page is 50. When you do page 1, orientation, portrait, size, medium, comma, small, and locale, English, US. So that's it. And then here's the authorization. Your API key would go here. Again, I was able to get one like, instantly. I filled out a form and they gave it to me. So it's not like they're approving it or anything, at least at the time that I did this. All right. So what that's going to do is it's going to bring back, in this case, 30 videos. I upped it from 30 to 50 just now. So this is my previous run. So here's 30 videos. And you can see here's the width, the height, the duration. Now the duration is what I'm interested in for sure next, because I really want the longest videos. Like if I could get a 65-second video that doesn't loop, that's a win. But some of these are really short. Some are 8 seconds, 20 seconds. Like this one's 10 seconds. I want the longest one I can get. So right here, I'm iterating those videos. And then I've got this is a numeric aggregator. And what it's doing is it's aggregating the max value. So I'm giving it all of these duration values, all 30 of these duration values, and it's going to tell me what the highest number is because I want the highest duration. I want to use that video. So I'm going to hit OK. So that's going to calculate that. And then I'm going to have to iterate this again because I want to filter for that longest video. So right here, you can see a lot of these didn't pass. That video is 41 seconds long, and that was our longest video. So this is going to loop once at 41 seconds. It's going to start over, but that's only going to happen twice. And to me, that's a lot less obvious than, an 8-second video that repeats several times. So that's going to filter and get the highest value. Now, I was concerned that maybe there might be 2 videos that were 41 seconds. I mean, anything can happen with automations. So what I did is I put an increment function here, and this is going to repeat after every scenario run, or it's going to reset after every scenario run. And what this does, it's a counter. So every time a bundle goes through, it's going to start at 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, etc. So I put a filter here and I said, I want my increment, I want the number of videos that's passed through here to only be 1. So I'm saying this value is equal to 1. So in the event there's 2, let's say the highest value was 30 seconds. In the event there's 2 30-second videos here, it's going to run through and it's only going to allow the first one through because I don't want to generate 2 videos and used up the extra credits in my Placid, because that's what happened if 2 bundles or 3 bundles passed here. Next, I'm going to iterate the video files from that video. So right here, if you go down to video files, we have 5 versions of this. All right, so this one's HD. It's 1080 wide. This one is HD 720 wide. SD 360 wide, SD 240 wide. I don't want these low quality ones, ST 540 wide. So out of this group, I want the HD that is at least 1080 wide. So I'm going to iterate those here, and then I have another filter right here, and that filter says the quality needs to contain HD because that'll match HD or UHD. Both are high quality videos. And then the width should be greater than or equal to, and make sure you use a numeric operator here, greater than or equal to 1080. So I'm going to get HD videos or UHD videos that are 1080 or better wide. So that is the video. So I'm going to filter that. And you notice I got three results here, UHD, HD, and 1080. So I got 3 results, and I only want the one. Same issue as we had before. So this is a perfect example. We had 3 come through here. The first one, the count was 1, 2, 3. And what I'm doing is in this filter, I'm saying the numeric operator should just be 1. So I don't want 3 videos. I don't want 3 videos that look exactly the same using up my credits in Placid. And that's how I've handled that, just letting the 1 through. All right, next, here's our Placid video. So I've got my template name here, selected the template. So this is video layer, software name, audio settings. So these are the values we see over here in our template. Software name, subtitles. Now the subtitles is going to be the audio file and the video layer. All right, so let's go back over here to make. So right here is our video layer. So here is the link to the video. So we had 3 videos pass through here, but we're using only one. And right here is the link. That is an MP4 link. So there's our link right there. Our software name is way back here. Let's see, right there. So there's our result. It was mapped here. You can map hiding layers and stuff. I haven't gotten that in depth, or you can change the text or font. Again, I haven't gotten that in depth into this. The audio settings is going to be our web content link from this Google Drive. So we saved it to Google Drive, and then we got the link that we can share. And then down here, I'm using this pass-through text. What's going to happen is when this runs, the scenario is going to just stop running. It's going to send the data to Placid and the scenario is going to stop. And over here in Zapier, I want to send the title of the video, the description of the video. I want to send that through so I don't have to copy and paste it, or I don't want it to come through blank. So what I'm doing is I'm sending through pass-through text. And this text, when I get this video from the other side, it's going to be there and I can use it. So this is what we've done here is this is just the parameters we're going to put on our webhook over to Zapier. So I've got title, and if you don't understand webhooks and you're like, I don't know what that means, just copy what I have here and you'll be good to go. But basically we've got a title, and again, I'm using that encode URL and putting the result of the title in there. And that's going to be the title we get. This is going to be our cleaned up title, TapFlow. And actually, I think I'm going to put the long title here, right here. I'm going to do this one, TapFlow AI Talent Search Assistant. So that's going to come through over on our other scenario. That's going to be the title in our webhook URL that we send to Zapier. And here's the description, same thing. Do encode URL and then put the description. And the description is just simply our script that we created. I'm just putting the script into the description. If you wanted a different description, you could certainly generate that in a different ChatGPT module and save it here. And then queue this request, yes. And so right down here it says this has to be followed by a watch video trigger. And that's what we have right here, a watch video trigger. So this is going to send the data to Placid. This scenario is going to stop running and be done. And then we're going to pick it up over in the other scenario. I'm going to hit OK here. I'm going to save this. I'm going to choose where to start. And let's do Incito.ai. Okay. We'll save this. Now let's run this. This scenario actually runs pretty quickly because we're sending the video to be queued and processed by Placid. So it's just, it runs pretty quickly. And then this one's done for this particular video. And then I've got this one running here. I want to show you over here in Placid. If we close our template and go over here to our log and go to videos, we should see this video being processed right there. So it says it's queued and it's preparing. Again, this will take a few minutes to run. I will not make you sit here and watch all this. We will run it, let this run in the background, and then I'll be back when it's finished.
3 weeks later.
Okay, our video finally finished, and it took 26 minutes to create this 54-second video. It took 80 credits for some reason, but the length of the video, or length of the audio, was 54 seconds. So this is done. Let's go over here to our second scenario. You can see it has finished. And here's our pass-through data. So if we look at this, there's a lot of stuff here. So I put this into Notepad. So you can see our title here. And then again, this is going to look funny because it's separated out. Okay, so there is our title that we're sending over in a URL format to Zapier. And then the rest of this is the description. All right, so that's what this is doing. So if we go over here to our Zap and click here, so we put our pass-through data. This is our webhook over in Zapier. So what you got to do is you've got to create a webhook here, and you get that hook. So your webhook will be right here. You're going to copy that and bring it back over to this one because that's going to send our data to the Zapier Zap. And then you're going to put the pass-through data. And then you're going to put ampersand video URL video. And that's because that's coming from our Placid step right here. And then that's all you have to map there. You hit OK. And then it's going to go over to YouTube. So if we go down here to our YouTube step, we can see the data that was sent through. Here's our thumbnails. And here is our play URL. I'm going to highlight that and copy it. All right, so here's our video. You notice it did go a minute 11 seconds. I wanted to insert a fix to the video output length issue I just pointed out in this YouTube video. This is because during the step to find the longest video, our scenario found a video that was 72 seconds long. This is why the final video output was 1 minute and 11 seconds long, too long to qualify as a YouTube Shorts video. I woke up this morning at 4 a.m. and realized the mistake I had made. The way Placid works right now is it will replay the audio until the video clip ends. To avoid this, we must select a video that is shorter than our audio output. To fix this issue, we will need to add a filter after the video length iterator. I have added a filter that only allows videos that are equal to or shorter than 40 seconds. This way the audio will not repeat because our desired audio output is greater than 40 seconds. So overall, I'm really happy with the result of the video. I love the action in the background of these are free videos we're getting from Pexels. We're putting the text over the top of it. If you had an affiliate link for AppSumo, you could easily put this in here and publish this to multiple channels to get some passive income pretty easily. But overall, I really like this. One thing you might add here to this Zap is an email to yourself that says, hey, there's a new video. Here's the link. I have purposefully made these unlisted here in my Zap because I don't want these to publish immediately on their own. That is certainly up to you on how you want to publish these. But overall, I'm excited for how this flow works and how hands-off it really is. If you want to see my video about how you can 100% automate posting to LinkedIn, check out this video. And also in the description, I have a new ebook called Automate Your Business in 3 Simple Ways. You can grab a link to that. It's a free download, and I will see you next time.